dating Philippine National Police Chief na bumangga sa mga cotton cops o mga pulis na tumatanggap ng lagay. Naging Presidential Assistant on Rehabilitation and Recovery under former President Noynoy Aquino's administration. At ngayon, 17 taon na siyang nagsisilbi bilang senador. Hindi man pinalad maging Pangulo noong 2004 elections, sa pangalawang pagkakataon, susubukan niya muling abutin ang pinakamataas na posisyon sa gobyerno. I'm Izzy, PumaPodcast. This week, we're bringing you a series of deeply researched profiles on the men and women vying to become President of the Philippines next year. In this episode of Teka Teka, alamin natin kung ano-ano ang mga paninindigan at plataporma ng kumakandidatong Pangulo na si Senator Panfilo Lacson.
Today, I present myself as one of your presidential candidates with concrete, implementable, and future-proof strategy, not only on how we can survive, but more importantly, how we can thrive as a nation.
Kung sakaling mahalal bilang Pangulo si Lacson, uunahin niya raw ang pagtugon sa pandemya. Inihain niya ang kanyang future-proof strategy in the new normal, kung saan science-based at data-driven ang kanyang magiging COVID-19 response.
I will ensure that we will fully fund our existing gaps that will lead to the full implementation of the Universal Healthcare Act to provide not just free vaccines to all Filipinos, but also free testing and treatment backed by data-driven contact tracing that will enable us to stop all lockdowns.
Lacson is the co-author of Bayanihan to Heal as One Act, declaring a state of national emergency over the entire Philippines. He has also openly criticized Health Secretary Francisco Duque III's handling of the pandemic, at various points suggesting that the secretary was either incompetent or just didn't know what he was doing. In fact, Lacson has been one of the hard hitters throughout the months-long hearing by the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee on the DOH's alleged misuse of the pandemic response funds. He issued a press release saying it's clear there was a large-scale corruption in the procurement. Here he is in an interview on DWIZ Radio on August 28.
Maliwanag naman, mayroon tayong tinutumbok dito na large-scale corruption. Hindi na nga plunder ang tawag dito eh. At saka what makes it worse, yung sa gitna ng pandemya, may magsasamantala pa ng mga bilyones. Maliwanag na talagang merong malaking, sabihin natin na kurakot na pera na para sa pandemya sana. At yung pera dito galing sa utang. Hindi ito sariling pera ng Pilipinas eh. Kasi magkano naman na utang natin pagkalaki-laki na. Pagkatapos makakarinig ka ng ganito, hindi ba magagalit ka?
Sa ekonomiya naman, ang mga micro, small and medium enterprises or MSMEs na pinakanatamaan ng on and off lockdowns ay isa sa mga priorities ni Senator Lacson. More than 95% of the businesses in the country are counted as MSMEs nga naman.
Comprehensive and targeted fiscal stimulus packages, eviction and foreclosure moratoriums, lower interest bigger loans programs from state-run financial institutions, and employee retention incentives to encourage enterprises to literally go back to business. A vigorous Made in the Philippines campaign is also among my proposals to encourage buying and consuming more our locally made products and even services.
May mga plano rin siya para sa agriculture sector which can be summed up into 3 points. Expansion of opportunities for farmers and fisherfolk, independence from imports, and a corruption-free agriculture sector.
To expand opportunities, we need to complete our long-time backlogs in our irrigation systems. We will also institutionalize the creation of regional food terminals to enhance food production and logistics in our local areas. We can and we will carry out alternatives to lower our reliance on importation. Lastly, my cross-cutting policy in this sector will target the anomalous and the unscrupulous, as I intend to clean the Department of Agriculture from top to bottom ranks.
He says he will give a historic increase in the budget for the country's research and development. Sa kasalukuyan kasi, 0.4% lang ito ng national budget. But what about our researchers?
Hindi ba pwedeng i-harness natin yung mga homegrown talents na kung saan nagpupunta sa iba't ibang bahagi ng mundo, yung kanilang na-invento doon, binibili natin pabalik dito. Bakit hindi natin bigyan ng incentive, bigyan ng motivation by increasing, kaya sabi ko historic increase. Siguradong mas malaking dihamak do sa 0.4% ng ating national expenditure.
Isa sa mga isinulong ni Lacson sa Senado ay ang Science for Change Program Act to accelerate science, technology, and innovation in the country and keep up with the developments that will shape the future. Sa issue naman ng West Philippine Sea, bukas si Lacson sa idea ng isang joint venture with China sa pag-explore sa karagatan. Pero isa sa mga kondisyon, dapat alinsunod ito sa 60-40 equity rule sa ilalim ng 1987 Constitution.
Why? Pag 60-40, it only shows that we own the area, those islands. We have sovereign rights over these areas. I have always emphasized this. We are a very weak country militarily compared to China. And the only way we can secure the area is through a balance of power. We rely on the other countries as militarily strong as China.
Actually, Lacson's in favor of joint exploration with any country, not just in China. He says the country lacks the technical and financial resources to explore the area, which supposedly holds 200 billion barrels of oil. In April 2021, Lacson was among those who supported Defense Secretary Delfin Lorenzana in driving the Chinese military out of Julian Felipe Reef in the West Philippine Sea. Pero kilala rin si Lacson sa mariing pagsuporta niya sa death penalty para sa mga heinous crimes like plunder and high-level drug trafficking. He even filed a death penalty bill in 2019. But just a few months ago, he changed his stance on the issue. Pagkatapos ay winidraw niya ang kanyang death penalty measure sa Senado.
I'm also a convert. Nung namulat yung aking kaisipan na mas importante na ma-save yung buhay ng isang inosente na na-convict kaysa doon sa mag-execute tayo ng talagang convicted at talagang napatunayan nagkasala. Nung tinimbang ko yon, sa tingin ko mas matimbang yung ma-save yung buhay ng hindi pala, nung yung wrongly convicted. Kaya withdraw ko yung aking final na bill kung nandyan pa yan.
Instead of death penalty, gusto niyang gumawa ng ultimate maximum security island prison kagaya ng sa Alcatraz sa USA na kilala bilang toughest prison in America. Si Lacson din ay co-author at sponsor ng kontrobersyal na anti-terror law na nagbibigay sa gobyerno ng kapangyarihang parusahan ang mga tao o grupo na sa tingin nila ay threat o terrorist. And he stands by his decision.
Saka it's also wrong to assume or to say that mere accusation pwede nang arestuhin. Walang ganun eh. We still follow the rule ng ebidensya at basahin natin mabuti yung laman ng Anti-Terrorism Act. Huwag tayo mag-focus doon sa mga maling, mga sabihin na nating fake news na lumalabas. Exaggerated eh.
But because of the broad and vague definition of terrorism, maraming human rights group ang nagsasabing mapanganib ang batas na ito. Sa ilalim kasi ng anti-terror law, pwedeng arestuhin at i-detain ang kahit sino man just based on the mere suspicion of being a terrorist even without a warrant. Lacson is also opposed to same-sex marriage. In 2016, he said, "Not a man to another man, and a woman to another woman." Nasangkot din si Lacson sa iba't ibang kontrobersiya kagaya noong 1995 kung saan 11 na miyembro ng Kuratong Baleleng Syndicate ang namatay sa isang operasyon na isinagawa ng Presidential Anti-Crime Commission na pinangungunahan ni Lacson. Sinampahan si Lacson at ang kanyang mga kasamahan ng murder charges pero na-dismiss din ang kaso noong 2013. 2010 naman when Lacson went into hiding for a year after he got accused of being the mastermind behind the killing of publicist Salvador Bubi de Ser and his driver Emmanuel Corbito. Pero napawalang sala din siya noong 2011. Ngayong darating ang halalan, Sinisiguro ni Lacson sa mga Pilipino na mayroon siyang sapat na kakayahan, katapatan at katapangan upang pamunuan ang ating bansa.
Konting tiis na lang. Malapit na. Makakaahon na tayo. Kayo ang magdidesisyon kung karapat-dapat ba kaming pagkatiwalaan na mamuno sa ating bayan.
Again, I'm Izzy. This episode was edited by Presh Capistrano. Stay tuned for our next candidate profile tomorrow. Next up is Manila City Mayor Isko Moreno. Follow Teka Teka and PumaPodcast on Spotify or wherever you listen to podcasts. Maraming salamat po.